part 2 of how to vibrate. So in part 1 we learned how to move your fingers, bend your fingers and straighten your fingers, right? Now in part 2 we're going to make that technique into a real vibrato. And before I go on, I forgot to mention one thing in part 1. So when you practice the going up and down thing, make sure your wrist doesn't move like this. Okay, so when you practice, from your elbow to your hand should form a straight line, pretty much a straight line. And when you move up, you're going to move this whole thing up as a unit. Same thing when you go down, this whole thing is going to go down as a unit. So it goes up like this, right? And then goes down like this. Okay, up and down like that. So you're not going to go this way. Okay, so just be careful with that. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Okay, so let's just make that into a real vibrato now, right? And then again, when we think about vibrato, we think about singers. We're going to imitate what singers do in terms of vibrato that they do. And when you listen to good singers, you'll notice that they create a nice pulsation in their vibrato. So if they're going to do that, we're going to do that too. And on a string instrument, we bend a pitch up and down, right? And that's how we create a pulse too. And I go for the top end of the bending of the pitch to create a pulse. So you go right here, the top, and here's the bottom, top, bottom. Just I kind of go aim for the top end of that. I choose the top because it's brighter when you go for the top end than the bottom end, and I like it that way. So I go for the top for that reason. So let's see. Yeah, how about D on the second finger? Okay, again, I choose second finger. If you want to use first or the third, it doesn't matter. I think the second is the easiest, so that's what I do. Okay. So here's what you do. You turn on the metronome, something slow. I'm gonna go at 50. So here's 50, and then you start creating pulse with this. Okay, so I just go one pulse per beat. You hear it? Now you can do one, then you do two. Right? When you can do two, you do three. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I move my finger faster going up. So I kind of hit it pretty fast towards the top of the pitch, and I slow down, or relax rather. Okay, so I go fast and relax, fast and relax. Yeah, otherwise if you go at the same speed going up and down, you're gonna create this. You don't want to do that. You want to just either go to the top end or the bottom end. So I go faster towards the top of the pitch, and when I hit it, I relax my finger, and it kind of goes back to the original position. And then again, I go up high again. That's how I create pulse like this. Okay. So that was 3, right? We did, right? So let's go 4. This doesn't always respond to me. Okay, 4, right? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Right? 5. See if I can do 5. 3, 4, 5. Dot, 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 dot. Right? Okay, and then 6. Right? Yeah. And then once you can do that, you can go a little bit faster, like 60 or something. Let's try that. Right? And then again, start with 1. That's 60 now. So 1, 2, 3, right? Let's keep going. 4. Let's see if I can do. Wait, no. Yeah, not great. Yeah, I need to practice that a little bit more. And then 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And then 6. This is gonna be pretty fast. Yeah, okay, so I need to practice putting 4 pulses in one beat at 60, okay, because I was not under control there. Okay, so you find a spot like that when you practice. You practice like this, try to play with the beat, and then you kind of find yourself going like this, you know. That's where you have to really practice, because that means your vibrato isn't completely under control. Because our goal is to, right, eventually have a different variety of vibratos, right? So wide vibrato or narrow vibrato, slow vibrato, fast vibrato, so wide and fast, wide and slow, narrow and fast, and narrow and slow, right, and everything in between. So you have to be able to do different kinds of vibrato depending on the composer, depending on the genre, or just the phrase, you know. So this would eventually enable you to control your vibrato the way you want. And you can keep track of your progress with this check sheet. I don't know how to do editable PDF thing, so I'm gonna show it to you in an Excel sort of format right now. Okay, so you set the metronome, right? So let's say 50, right? And then with 50, you could do, with your first finger, you could do 2 pulses in one beat. With the second finger, you could do 4 pulses in one beat. Third finger, you could only do 3. Fourth finger, maybe, I don't know, you can only do 2. Then you know tomorrow you have to try for the 3 pulses for the first finger, 5 pulses for the second finger, and so on. You could practice with 2 different tempi. So you practice at 50 like this, and you also practice at 60. Then you write 60. And with the first finger, maybe you could do 3. Second finger, you could only do 2, you know, whatever. Right? Then again, you know what you did today and what you have to do tomorrow. And you can put dates here if you want to, you know, today is what? March 18th. And you can change that as you progress. And I'm going to leave the link in the description below so you can download a PDF version of this. Practice this like, I don't know, 5 minutes a day. And you do that for like 3 months and you're going to see a big difference. Okay? So this is how I develop my vibrato, and my students do it this way too. So yeah, I hope this will help you too. And listen to some good opera singers sing and study how they vibrate. Okay, thanks. I'll see you later.